So here we are, entrance to Smoo Cave. You can see dogs more than welcome, dogs also having great fun.
I don't know if we'll be drinking it, the colour of it. Come on.
Just in case you get conflicting messages as to whether or not you can bring dogs down, the path isn't as steep as it might appear on the guidebooks. Dogs are perfectly welcome, as you can see, have a great time. The water's a little bit peaty, but it is fresh water and will wash the salt away from them. I'm just going to go further into the cave now. You can see what's happening over there. So Springer Spaniels on tour. They're enjoying themselves, running free, enjoying the freedom of getting wet, like Spaniels seem to enjoy mostly. Much deeper into Smoo Cave. I'm not sure if you can hear me. The waterfall in the background is making a lot of noise and splashing. But you can see it's much more accessible. We haven't paid. The steps down are not as steep as you might think. You've got to be a bit careful, steady on your feet. But otherwise okay. Bring the dogs, they'll enjoy it and have a great time. I think sometimes the guidebooks can make these places much more inaccessible than they really are. I'm not sure if they try and put you off, but by all means come up, drive up. Long way to drive, but when you get here it's really worthwhile and really interesting. Okay. The day we came to Smoo Cave, it was quite empty, and I suspect that if we had come back during the summer months, it would be a very different experience. You just get the impression that the crowds could be quite busy. I think one thing we've come to appreciate with owning two Springer Spaniels is how much they really love water. They enjoy it, they splash in it. They take great delight. Freddie will give you the ball back every time he thinks that the ball will be thrown back in again. On land he's far less willing to do that, but near water he's much more willing to enjoy in the game. So you can see the steps here leading down from the car park, the house on the top of the hill. I suspect this is where most of the people would come to visit the cave. The entrance to Smoo Cave, you can get in quite some distance without paying. There's the bridge that takes you across. Really worthwhile coming to see and enjoy, and by all means bring dogs. So all those guidebooks that say on Google, can you bring dogs and so on, here is your answer. You can see two dogs playing and really enjoying the area.
You can make it a circular walk, go down these stairs, across the bridge and then up the stairs on the other side of the valley, and then walk round the top of the cave back to the car park. Makes it quite an interesting little excursion.
Here we are, come around the bay going west from Smoo Cave, and we're now into the area where we're just watching the power of the waves coming in. Really fantastic, but actually it's quite a calm day today, probably wind of maybe force 4 or so. That's a swell that you can see coming in at the moment, so obviously there's been some very strong winds further out to sea in the maybe in the northern part of the Atlantic or maybe the southern part of the Arctic Ocean. So really quite impressive waves over there. Just watch those crashing in. Just imagine you were a ship. I was walking on the campsite last night and it was really dark. You could hear the waves crashing, and I really felt very much for all the centuries of sailors who have gone out in these conditions just to carry out their professions, whether it's fishing or carrying cargo. Very strong Viking influence in this area, coming in around the northern end of the Scottish coastline from Scandinavia and then landing in all sorts of places. Smoo Cave has got Viking relics being found in the area. The last animals that you would want to leave by the side of a steep cliff into big waves are Springer Spaniels.
I was very impressed with the beaches that we came across around the Durness Smoo Cave area. Big open expanses of lovely coloured sand, big crashing waves coming into the area, and somewhere for the dogs really to enjoy playing.